I am Louis Paul. This is the Colors of Prague. If you're just joining this podcast channel and never been here before, I discuss progressive rock recordings from all around the world, past and present, and sometimes it's a shared theme, sometimes not. But in any case, today Klaus Schulze and Tempel. I'm only going to discuss two particular recordings. Klaus Schulze was a pioneer in synthesizers in rock music setting. He was in Tangerine Dream as a percussionist, and he only lasted as long as their debut album, The Striking Electronic Meditation, released in 1969. And if you're pretty familiar with Tangerine Dream's sound for the past decade since, that debut is pretty much different from the sounds of Phaedra, etc. Klaus Schulze left to form Tempel with guitarist Manuel Gottsching, and their self-titled debut was released in 1971, so they worked quickly there. That debut consisted only of two tracks. Side one was 20 minutes long. Side two, side B, was 26 minutes long. And Tempel further explored the space rock or kraut rock, if you would, platform of music that Tangerine Dream seemed to pioneer, because there really wasn't much like that before them. Schulze left after that album to develop a solo career as an electronic music artist. In Blue, that one, was originally released in 1995, and it comes after nearly 40, if not more, albums that covered the wealth of the electronic music soundscape. What is wild about the original two CD release is that the first track is a long one. It's 20 minutes and the is long. The second one was 20 minutes. The third one is 35 minutes long. Disc 2 is called Return of the Temple, and it's just Schulze and Manuel Gottsching reuniting on some new mood music. It's nothing earth-shattering or groundbreaking, but it's great to hear those two together. It's more also calmer than a lot of Klaus Schulze's solo work. Sometimes he would speed up the sequencers, and you would get like rave music almost. It's pretty crazy. The 2005 remastered reissue also features a third live CD with Manuel Gottsching guesting on the second track, an excerpt from the tune Return of the Temple. So it's a quite nice box set. It's really, you get your value for your money. And it's pretty terrific. This was released on SPV in Germany in 2005. Is a reissue I'm talking about. Now, Temple Gin Rose live at the Royal Festival Hall features the duo reunited, not for the last time, for a live show featuring over 70 minutes of music. It covers much of the quiet ambient sounds of early space rock, as well as the percolating synths found on the more danceable club-type music that became edgy and more popular later on. Luckily, there's not so much of that here. It's a very welcome and calming sounding recording. Nice to hear them two together. And this release on MG Art, the CD comes with an additional DVD, which it's a stereo mix, but still it's fine. So there's a DVD of this performance, and there's a CD, long player too. The first track is 42 minutes long. The second one's almost 28 minutes long. So yeah, it's these are true electronic music recordings I recommend. Klaus Schulze in blue with guest Manuel Gottsching. They were both in Asherah Temple, and they reunited a couple of years later in April 2000. And the release I have here, which is that one there, uh, didn't appear until 2020. So yeah, it took them 20 years to put this out. Pretty wild there too. But anyway, these are two recommended electronic releases. Short show today. That's about it. It's if you're not familiar with either person, either musician, I recommend checking out either band on YouTube. You know, either Klaus Schulze and his solo work, or Asherah Temple, or even Manuel Gottsching. There's a lot of stuff out there, and as I mentioned, over Schulze has over 40, if not more, solo recordings, um, which is pretty amazing. And some of them are box sets because he doesn't put out a lot of he did not sad to say he passed. He did not put out a lot of music he saved. So he put out things he was pleased with, and then he would go back to that saved music and release it in box set. There's a lot of box sets too. They vary in how many discs or compact discs are in those box sets. There's quite a number of them. Anyway, that's our show. Thank you for watching.